When it comes to Thor action figures, there's been tons of them over the years, but none of them really emulated what I thought Thor should be. Then, the amazing Yamaguchi line by Revoltech blessed us with the announcement that they were making a Thor. I was like, finally. And Revoltech freaking delivered. All the promo pics looked insane. We could easily tell that this Thor was jacked, can pose greatly, and has some amazing accessories. I pre-ordered as soon as I could, and now he's here. So let's go ahead and get this review started. Thor's box is designed the way the Yamaguchi line does their boxes now. I think it looks good, but I like the older boxes more. This box is black and sleek with a giant image of the figure on the front. The sides of the box also have an image of the figure, as well as what the name of the figure is. The back of the box fully showcases the figure, the accessory he comes with, and the poses you can put him in. This box is cool and all, but I'm tired of looking at this box, so let's free the God of Thunder. This right here is the ultimate Thor action figure. This Thor figure embodies who and what Thor is, a god. He looks phenomenal. His arms are fucking insane. Look at the muscle and veins on these things. Arm day every day. His worst enemy is literally a paper cut. This shit reminds me of SpongeBob's inflatable arms. The muscles don't end there though. His physique is swole as shit all around. His neck is thick, his chest is big while his waist is tiny. His legs even have some thickness to them. This is how Thor is supposed to look in my opinion. A swole monster of a god. Not some unseasoned, boring ass looking Thor. Mayfax, more of a legend. I really like his helmet. It's not oversized and stupid looking how some Thor helmets are. This one is sleek and clean. His top is sculpted on to look like it tightly clings to his body so you can see his chest and abs. His belt looks great and the pants have nicely sculpted detailing on them. And I really love the boots on this figure. As you guys can see, his cape is cloth, which is great because plastic capes, especially Revoltech ones, can be a pain in the ass. So thankfully, the cloth cape on this figure is wired and works amazingly. This cape is also long as fuck, and I wasn't expecting it to be so long. One of the best things about this figure is the paint. The paint on this figure is just so damn clean. It feels and looks like it has a premium finish on it. Revoltech always does such a great job painting their figures, and this one is no exception. Now, if y'all have owned a Revoltech figure, y'all know that it can be a pain in the fucking ass to play with, but not this guy. He, in my opinion, is the smoothest Revoltech I've ever owned. Like, nothing about him feels clunky, tight, or loose. He is super fluid, and nothing about him is scaring me about falling off or breaking. And since this guy is so buttery smooth, it really lets you take advantage of all the Revoltech engineering this figure has for articulation. So overall, this figure's look and feel is outstanding. And now, let's take a look at this figure's accessories. Thor comes with a buttload of accessories. First, he comes with 6 different face parts. He comes with a neutral expression face, a look into the left face, a look into the right face, a yelling face looking up to the left, and an angry face looking up to the right. Now, I wish the eyes weren't looking up, and I wish we got a yelling face looking straight on, because I don't want my Thor every time he yells to be looking off yonder, so that is a bummer. Then the last faceplate he comes with is a powered up or Odin Force face. This faceplate is my favorite out of all of them. This faceplate is menacing and powerful. When you see Thor looking like this, you better hope it's not towards you, or your shit is about to get fucked. Now, I know you are questioning the likeness on these faces. This is just how they do it with all their comic book action figures. They give them an anime look, which I really dig, because y'all gotta remember that these are designed in Japan and not in America. Thor then comes with a helmetless head, and I really like it. I think it looks really good, but the faceplates that he comes with only go onto the helmet head, so you're stuck with this face on the helmetless one. But I still really like that they included this head. Thor comes with 5 pairs of interchangeable hands. He comes with 2 fisted hands, 2 grappling hands, 2 open hands which can be used to call his hammer back. Also, these hands have a peg hole in them that you can put his lightning effect in them to make it look like he is shooting lightning from his hand. Then he comes with 2 hammer holding hands, which is used to hold his hammer Mjolnir. Then he comes with 2 hands that have a peg hole in the knuckles. This is so you can recreate Thor's flying pose with how he flies with his hammer. He comes with a brown peg that plugs into the hand, then you pop the bottom of his hammer off and plug the joint in. Now you can have Thor fly. Now, as y'all seen, he obviously comes with his hammer, but the hammer also comes with an alternate piece with 2 peg holes on it so it can be used to plug in his lightning effect. Now for one of the best parts about this figure, all of his lightning effects. Thor comes with a ton of lightning effects, and they all look so good. The best thing about them is that they just slide on the figure. You ain't gotta plug them in on its body. This is great, because plugging in Revoltech effect pieces can be a pain in the ass, so I am very happy that they did this. It has made playing with this figure so much more fun and less stressful that I don't have to worry about breaking an accessory piece from trying to force it on. And since they slide on, you can use these effects with other figures as well. There is so much creativity we can get by using these effects. Then lastly, Thor comes with an extra wrist peg and a stand. On this figure, the peg hole to plug the stand is on his skirt piece, which I like. My thoughts about the accessories is that they did such an amazing job with them. He comes with plenty. Now, I wish the Thor spinning hammer was an exclusive piece that you have to pay for, because that stings, but I can live without it, and I could just buy a normal Marvel Legend one on eBay if I really wanted one. I love the accessories that he comes with, and now let's talk articulation. Amazing Yamaguchi figures' main selling point is their posability, and this guy is no exception. He moves so smooth and is very easy to pose. First, his head can look up pretty far up, not too far down at all, and it can tilt a little side to side, and he can look both ways. Now, his neck when posed up reveals a very ugly gap that does bother me, and I hate it. But his neck does look around really well. His shoulders can go up ridiculously far, despite them being so freaking bulky. He has a bicep swivel, elbows that bend past 90 degrees, and wrist movement. Then he has this lat muscle joint that this might be the first time ever for me that both of them actually move smooth and one of them isn't stuck. His upper diaphragm joint can look really far upwards with a little gappage showing, and it can look really far downwards, and it can twist and tilt side to side really well. And then his waist moves well all around. His legs can go up this far forward, they can go this far backwards, they can go this far outwards, and there's a thigh swivel. His knees can bend really well, and at the boot calf area, there's a joint that adds a little extra movement. He then has ankle articulation and a toe joint. This figure's articulation is amazing, and I have no trouble getting him in any pose that I want. It's so much fun to test these figures' limits, and now, let's do some figure comparisons. First, here's Thor next to the Revoltech Man of Spiders. Here's Thor next to Revoltech Flash. I didn't want to take Flash out of this pose, so I just made it seem like they were racing. Here's Thor next to Revoltech Iron Man. Shout out to the legend himself, Mini Bubbles, for this clip. Here he is next to Revoltech Venom. Here he is next to Revoltech Endeavor and All Might. I really want to try to put Thor's arms on All Might or Endeavor. Also, here's Thor's head on All Might's body, and here is All Might's head on Thor's body. Here's Thor next to Sentinel Spider-Man. Here's Thor next to Demoniacal Fit Goku. Lastly, here's Thor next to Storm Collectibles Yujiro. For my final thoughts, I'd say this is the ultimate Thor action figure. He embodies who and what Thor is supposed to be. He looks amazing and is swole as shit. Them arms are literally insane. His accessories are amazing as well. Lightning effects has been so much fun to mess with, and I'm very glad that they made them to where they slide on. He poses great, as y'all can see. There's nothing loose or tight on this figure, and he hasn't been falling apart either. This is probably my favorite Revoltech ever, figure-wise. Now I'm hoping they can try to make us a Hulk. Like, imagine how badass that would be. And to wrap things up, I'd say if you're on the fence about this guy, go ahead and do yourself a favor and cop. He is such an amazing figure. That's it for this review, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and let me know, do y'all like the comic book figure reviews? I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.